Okay, hi guys. Happy Easter, happy Sunday, happy whatever today is for you. I am super excited to be here to share something that is kind of special to my heart with all of you. I am Amanda Pitt. And one of my things during this cleanse is to come in and bring the oracle card and the journaling aspect to this journey, which I'm going to tell you is one of my favorite parts when it comes to cleansing. So anytime I do any kind of a cleanse, we look at our physical body, but we also have our emotional body and our energetic body, and these things need a nice cleanse as well. And so the process that I am going to be sharing with you guys as we go through this, hold on, I want to make sure. I normally go live in groups on Zoom, but this is fine. I just don't know where to see comments. Maybe they'll just pop up. If you jump on, say hi to me. Let me know you're here. This is community. So one of my favorite things is to do healing and releasing through the act of journaling. And so I'm going to take you back a couple of years. 2021, I joined something called Oracle School. And I actually had no idea what I was joining. I thought that I was going to learn how to be an oracle reader. And well, that is one thing that I did do. I did get certified as an oracle reader. That was at the end of a 9-month journey. And the beginning part was this entire personal healing journey that I went on using oracle cards and journaling, and it was probably one of the most powerful things that I have ever done in my life. So prior to this, when I would get inside of my journal, I sometimes would look at a blank page and be lost. I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to complain. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. And journaling can actually be really intimidating for people. And as I went through this journey through Oracle School, I really honed in on my practice. And I have been helping other women to be able to go through this as well, which has been so rewarding. And so I was thinking about it when Erin talked to me about bringing journaling and Oracle stuff to this cleanse. I started thinking about okay, what exactly do I want to do here? What value can I bring? And I had created this, it's a transformational journaling experience. And I created an opt-in, created a guide, and I thought, oh my gosh, why would I not just use that? So we're just going to go through that together every single week. I'm going to come on here. I'm going to do a Facebook Live. I'm going to give you a little something on the topic. And then I'm going to give you your journaling practice for the week, the things that you want to be pulling cards on and going really, really deep on. The one thing that I will tell you is take your time with this. Go deep. Allow yourself to go deep, because some of the questions, it's going to pull a lot of stuff up. But the thing is when we are bearing things inside of us, especially our feelings and our experiences, they don't die, right? Feelings buried alive, they never die. And then they manifest into all of these physical things. And so I actually was just having a conversation with my 15-year-old about trauma. It's a really big topic with us. We're doing a lot of trauma healing right now. And I told her, you have the ability to go back to these events and you get to find the pearls, right? Because all of the heavy stuff in our life, we can go through and we can find the pearls. We can find the lessons. We can find the meaning. And we can rewrite our stories, not as the victim, but as just like how we would rather take that with us on our journey, right? So not the victim, more as the goddess, right? Okay. So I have notes from my journaling experience off to the left. Okay, so the first one we are going to be doing is called healing. And we are going to take a journey into the past to find what it is that you are holding on to so that you can heal it and you can release it, and so that you can rewrite that story. And one thing that prevents us from moving forward in life is when we are holding on to these really heavy things, right? And the secret about our past is that we can find a gift in all of it, right? Like just how I was just saying, there's pearls. We can find a gift of knowledge. We can find a gift of power, inspiration, lessons. But if we don't reach inside of ourselves deep and find the hidden stories that are preventing us from blossoming and doing the healing work by discovering the gifts and lessons, then we can't bloom into what's next. Okay? So with healing, I have 3 journaling questions for you guys. And I am going to, once this Facebook Live ends, I'm going to edit the description and I'm going to put the healing prompts and a link to a virtual deck that for all personal development and deep work, I use Wisdom of the Oracle. It was really designed for this in particular. This is the deck that we used in Oracle School to do all of the deep work that we did. And so the first question is, what part of my past needs the most healing? The second question is, what belief about this past story needs to change? That's a deep one right there, right? Because we can really get married to that belief that we're putting on this situation that happened in the past. We assign meanings to everything. We give a meaning to it, and somebody else who might have been there, they put their own meaning on it. Everybody has their own meaning. That's what we do. We assign meanings to things. But one of the most powerful questions that you can ask yourself is, what else could this mean? Just get curious. What else could this mean? Okay. So question number 3, what lesson or blessing or power can I take from this? These 3 questions you can take on with you to go into, you can keep doing it over and over again, because you're going to get one part of your past that comes up, right? And you're going to go and you're going to do this work. And then you can go back to this and you can keep digging and digging and digging. Or what can happen is, as you're going through this healing journey with these questions, it's going to instigate another situation or something else from your past that you know needs healing around it. Pretty cool, right? I'll share a story with you. When I was doing this in Oracle School, so my mom was 15 when she had me. She was a really young mom. And I went through life just disappointed a lot of the time, right? I mean, she didn't know what she was doing. And I didn't have a lot of grace for that. And I felt hurt by her for a lot of my life, just like how she acted. And man, if she could really just like be a better mom, basically at the end of the day, has been my story for so many years. And so as I'm doing this work and I pull a card and I realize that I pulled the soulmate card when it asked what part of my past needs the most healing. And I instantly knew, because as we're pulling cards and you go to read the message that it has for you, it's usually not even the whole thing, right? It's going to be a sentence that pops out at you. It's going to be, or a word that you go, oh, whoa, like that just jolted me. And I know exactly what this is talking about. And so for me, it was my mom. And I ended up pulling a card. I cannot remember the card that it was, but the word, it was a word that popped out at me with what exactly, it was the lesson that I could take from this. And it was expectations. And I had this insane, amazing healing story where I realized that my mom was here to show me that the expectations that I was putting on her, on how she should show up as a mom, how she should show up as a grandma, I was actually supposed to mirror that back to myself as a mom. And so it was this really cool thing where even now, when I think to myself, like, damn, like I wish that she would do this or she should this, I just turn it right back on myself. Like, Amanda, and how are you doing this with your children? How are you showing up with your children? And through this, and I mean, I had pages and pages and pages. I ended up writing her a letter in my journal that I never gave to her, but because she definitely is not open. You know, she sees her perspective, and that's okay. But I was able to just heal this entire thing. And now I energetically go into this relationship without these expectations on her. It was a really, really cool journey. So you have to just really open yourself up. One thing that I really do suggest is that you are using your emotional support oils. So we have the emotions kit, which is amazing, but even more than just the emotions kit, we have every single oil has an emotional aspect. So as you are digging this stuff up, pay attention to the emotions that you are feeling. When you're journaling out your thoughts, and you can, like, one thing that you can do is you're journaling out a thought, and you can stop and look at it and you can go, whoa, like, what does this make me feel inside? Like, what is the emotion that I'm holding inside with this? And then you're going to go to, one of my favorite apps is the Essential Emotions app. It does cost money. It's like a one-time fee, but you're able to look up all of the different emotions and find exactly what oil is going to help with that. Okay, so we're so lucky, you guys. We have these tools of oil, so when we are doing deep inner work, we can support ourselves emotionally. Another thing is EFT tapping is going to help to move these things through your body. YouTube is amazing for this. You can go on YouTube and you can find EFT videos, and I do not make it complicated. I go through and I will tap as I am like going through all of the different areas, and you can go online and you can find out where the different areas are. But if something is heavy, I'm going to talk it out to myself as I am tapping, and I'm going to process these thoughts and these emotions as I'm tapping, because that is helping you to move this through your body. And then you can, once you start to shift and you start to feel, then you can, just like going back to what I said before, like what else could this mean? What would I rather this story look like? How would I rather tell this story to where I came out of this with a lesson. I came out of this with a blessing. I have a new power because of this. Like, I am now such a badass because I went through that. Pretty cool, right? Okay. So I'm going to pull a card for you, and I will kind of show you my process of when I do pull a card. We'll read the guidebook, and then I will tell you, like, when I feel something within that guidebook that pops out at me, okay? All right, so my question is, what beauty can my friends here that are doing this cleanse and doing this amazing work through journaling and healing, what beauty can my friends here discover through this journaling experience? Okay? Oh my gosh. Sometimes the cards just like trip me out. Mending. That is the beauty that you almost don't even need the guidebook for that. That is basically saying that that's stuff that has just been like, at odds, whether it's internal stuff or relationships or whatever. The beauty is that you're going to be able to find mending in that. But let's go to the guidebook. So the essential meanings is forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. Each time we are hurt and allow the hurt to pass through us without understanding and integration, we accumulate an unwanted burden. So think about like these past things that we have gone through in our lives. As we're burying them down, right? Just like I said before, feelings buried alive, they never die. Things that happened in our past that we haven't processed and we just buried it. It doesn't die. It's in there and it's taking up space. It's taking up energetic space. And it can cause these physical ailments in our life. This keeps us chained to the very things we need to heal. The pain, the memories, the echoes of resentments, and the arguments that we rehearse over and over. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of the old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and to make amends to others. Set yourself free. What I take from this is that the beauty that you will discover through this is the beauty and the feeling of freedom. You're taking those shackles, you're taking those chains from this past situation that you've been holding on to. And you've been telling the story to yourself over and over again about this particular thing that is more victim, right? Instead of power and lessons and knowledge. And that's what life experiences are here for us. Everything we go through, it's to help us to grow. And when we don't find those lessons in these things, they come back just in a different form, right? I mean, you look at a relationship and you could leave a relationship and get into a new one, but if you haven't fixed your shit, guess what happens? The same crap somehow finds its way here, right? Because everywhere you go, there you are. And you will always have the same stuff coming back to you if you are not healing it. And you are not rewriting your stories. You guys, we have the ability to completely rewrite our past. It's just a different meaning. That's all it is. So that is such a perfect card, and I love that so much, and I hope that you guys do too. So the 3 questions that you guys have for journaling, so I'm going to put those in the description. I'm almost wondering if I should do another post. Yeah, I think I'm actually just going to create another post. It will have the journaling questions. It will link back to this Facebook Live as well. And spend time every day this week with this work. Don't just pull a card, asking the question, pull the card and go, oh, okay. And then just like do the work. You are worth this. This process is so beautiful. Like, I just want the whole world to be able to do this kind of work because so many people just hold on to these past traumas and stories that I'm like, oh, I'm working on all of this with my kids right now, which it's empowering as a mom to be able to have these tools to be able to go and help them to heal, because they've gone through a lot of crap. And it's pretty cool. It makes me feel just empowered. So thanks for hanging out. I know it's Easter, and most of you guys are probably doing stuff with your families, and hopefully you guys catch the replay.